Assalamualaikum to my lecturer, Sir Muhammad Zaki bin Muhammad Hassan. My name is Nur Hazimah binti Habib Hanifah, metric number A19B1197. So, in this video, I will talk about the issue that was given to me, which is the remarkable design of a bookstore in Shanghai. A bookstore in Shanghai has won accolade of its visionary layout with a black books under a soft light, as well as a text-covered curtain wall with balanced geometric bookshelf inspired by spinning ballet dancer. So, without further ado, let's start. China's bookstores are booming and their looks can matter more than their books. The key points that we can look at here are about the interior design that caught the attention of young Chinese searching for new experience. Besides that, rather than signing deals with a big department store to have them as the main draw for customers, malls have returned to finally design bookstore as well as a coffee and tea shop, among other things, said Jackie Zhu, head of research of West China. But it's less clear whether the surge of interest in visually interactive bookstores means the businesses are actually profiting from selling books. This is my understanding about the issue. Rather than seeking the needs and demand of customers, most of the retailers saw different opportunities to attract their customers. The product offered in the store cannot overcome the attraction of the store design that make customers approach them, and shopping malls have noticed. Rather than signing deals with big department stores to have them as the main draw for customers, malls have turned to coffee and tea shop, finely designed bookstore, electric car showroom, and other trending shops, said Jackie Zhu, head of research of West China. What is more interesting about the remarkable bookstore is they can drive foot traffic. They can drive the foot traffic for a target customers. Furthermore, those malls will let bookstore pay a third or fourth of what an apparel or cosmetic store would in rent. Based on the research, mostly people who go to the bookstore are not really buying books, but noting that many of the shop has turned into tourist attraction or comfortable place to take a break in. The theory or concept that can be related with this issue can be taken from the subject ARS 4103 Global Retail Strategies related to Chapter 6, which is market research. In the formal marketing research, a few points were highlighted, which are a firm objective, information requirement, problem definition, choose unit of analysis, examine data availability, access value of research, research design, data analysis, and last but not least is interpretation and presentation. Firstly, a clear objective can be seen from the bookstore, which is to acquire the habit of reading and to construct for yourself a refuge from almost all the mysteries of life. The information requirement and problem definition was done by a researcher who saw that the different store concepts came out with a different objective and target. For example, each bookstore in China has their own design that wants to make sure their customer fits the concept and experience that the store wants to bring out. However, bookstores were never an easy business in the digital age and the financial trouble of high-profile bookstores. It reflects the difficulties of managing a business even after it gains traction on social media, and it is emblematic of a trend across China's fast-growing consumer market. China's new consumer brands have tended to use online channels of e-commerce and social media to get an initial wave of traffic. Digital data on consumer trends help new brands quickly test and tailor their product, but it is harder for these newcomers to find a second channel for growth, which typically requires expansion into the more complicated world of physical store and location distribution. The rate of repeat purchase has become one of the single most important factors for those insurgent brands to go from the first wave of success to more sustainable growth. What I can learn from the issue is the importance of market research of our customers and related to the geography and demographic of the country or areas. Some retailers would focus on the product presentation and were not aware about the store presentations to the customers. From the issue given, we can clearly see how the bookstore attract their customers. They focus more on the store presentation. The design of the store is the first factor that attracts customers to visit the store. The design that was presented by the bookstore did not give the vibe of selling the books to customers, but more to a relaxing concept for those who love books. I can apply it in the Malaysian retail industry by bringing the same concept but different meaning. Most of the bookstore in Malaysia did not have the design that make customers stay long in the store. They too focus on presenting their products rather than the design of the store that gets them to attract customers. Malaysian bookstore would be more interesting if they use the concept of cafe bookstore, where customers get to spend their times in the cafe and at the same time have more time to spend at the books area. Nowadays, the culture of reading books has decreased, especially among the younger generation in Malaysia. They would love to spend more time in a place where they can sit and chat with their friends. And I think if more book storytellers try out this concept, they will attract the younger generation in their target market. In conclusion, the remarkable design has pros and cons that was affected by the country itself. Some countries can accept changes and new culture in their life. Changes here means the different concept that can be used and implemented to present the product of the store. Even though product presenting was important in the business, store design also played a huge role in attracting customers, especially the younger generation nowadays that lack awareness about the advantages of reading actual books rather than using the digital platforms. That's all from me. Thank you.